Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Hump Day edition of Today in Sports Betting, doing an MLB style. Of course, I'm doing it as I always do with my partner in crime. It is Scott Reichel. Scott, we're going to take a look at a little baseball today, and big day for the Dogs yesterday, Scott, as Miami took care of business as a plus 166 favorite. Yes, I'm going to break my arm patting myself on the back because that was one of our premium plays. And I wasn't smart enough to parlay it with the Detroit Tigers on the money line because that would have been a good play as they won.
We both love the Tigers on the air. We mentioned that on a radio show. That was one of my favorite plays in baseball.
Love that kid. I don't
know if Boyd's worth a sniff at the Cy Young if you want to bet futures, but if his odds are, I'd say 25 to 1 or higher, you might want to consider it. I don't think
do it. Don't. I've been sucked into this Boyd thing before, Scott.
It's more just the premise of, you might say, well, Detroit's going to be terrible, but my argument would be if he ends up getting traded to a contender,
yeah,
it pitches really well down the stretch.
Could happen.
I don't know what the odds are. Truth is, if I had to pick one person now for the Cy Young, I'd probably pick Glasnow, who I believe is around 10 to 1 for value. I just think that's a great play. But
best slider in baseball, Matt Boyd. Fight me.
He's definitely up there, at least for active pitchers, because Sale had that crown for a little while. But
who?
Chris Sale.
Who?
Oh, that's right. He never pitches. But
have you got to? Were you old enough to see him pitch?
I was. He won a World Series out of it. So contract might have been terrible, but he did win a ring.
Very true. Very true.
The odds on some of those, but some of those player futures, but yeah.
Scott, I've declared myself the home team for this video. So you have first at bats. Of all the major league games, Scott, and there's even a double header out there. So there's extra games.
Okay, well, just hear me out here.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the Cy Young Award odds here.
Okay.
Boyd's 100 to 1.
All right.
I mean, he's got a 1.86 ERA and he's 2-1. Just saying, 100 to 1, you can waste your money. He has the same odds as Robbie Ray.
The same odds as Robbie Ray?
According to FanDuel, he's got the same odds as Robbie Ray.
Okay.
How does that make you feel?
Okay, well,
that's disrespectful.
I'm not Robbie Ray's manager or anything, so it doesn't really make me feel. It makes me feel like that maybe deserves a $20-$30 play.
Something like that. I'm not saying you should sell your house on it, but that's an option. And I just want to see quickly what Glasnow is. Glasnow is 9 to 1. 9 to 1, I think, is a pretty good price. My opinion. But oh well. Anyway, that's we can talk about that another time. But
how about Corbin Burns?
Burns is let me see what he is.
Truly the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Burns is 15 to 1.
That's a good play right there.
I can't argue with that.
I know you can't. He's given up 1 run, 2 starts, 2 hits.
He's going to be competing DeGrom with who can have the worst record but the better ERA.
My God, it's
really painful.
Oh, it's become a joke. I mean, it was a joke 2 years. It hasn't stopped.
Mets have a losing record with the best pitcher in baseball starting their games for the last 3 years.
Amazeballs, as the kids say, Scott.
Yep.
So now you got that off your chest. You good?
I just saw 100 to 1. I thought you'd
take it
personally.
Take it. I'm a Matt Boyd lover.
The truth is, if any book you have has a cash out option, you see Boyd drop to 30 to 1 at some point, you can hit the eject button.
Sure.
Yeah. Whatever.
You'll make money.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Give me your best play. I'm going to give you first shot at the board.
Well,
you may take my favorite play right off the board. I'm willing to chance it.
Well, best play has to be a game where there's no total on it because I'm, of course, being difficult. It's got to be the Cleveland and Chicago first 5 under. We've talked about it ad nauseum. You got Plesac on the mound against Rodon. Rodon's very good this year. Plesac, I don't know if he's the most underrated pitcher in baseball. That probably belongs to Corbin Burns, who's starting to get his name up there. Plesac's got to be top 5 in terms of underrated because he is a really, really good pitcher.
He is. That Indian staff is something else, man. They really are.
We talked about the first 5 under yesterday. I believe it was at 3.5 or 4.
Have they scored yet?
It was 0-0 going into the 10th.
Who ended up winning that game? Do you have any idea?
Cleveland won 2-0.
Who did?
Cleveland won 2-0.
Cleveland won 2-0. Yeah, the first 5 under was good there. The whole game under was good. Team total unders were good.
Yep, pretty much.
Every under it was an underwhelming day. So I'm going to tell you what the number is, Scott, and then you can decide accordingly. It's going to be a total of 8, and 4.5 will be your first 5 number.
Easy under with Plesac. Easy under.
Yep. What are they, 7-2 now? First 5 under?
Feels like the 35-0.
There.
Really.
I think the Indians are 7-2, first 5 under.
It must be a great feeling, by the way, if you had the under in the Cleveland game yesterday. You take an under 6.5, and it's a sweat-free win.
Yeah, that's you're in the rocking chair right there, buddy.
Yep.
You know, you got to sweat out extra innings a little bit with the runner on second base and all that nonsense, but not much. You know, I wouldn't call it a historic bad beat if you lose if after it's 0-0 going into extras, but it's really up there.
You'd be one of the leaders in the clubhouse for the month.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you've stalled enough, my friend.
I think I did too, but I'm assuming you agree with that play.
How am I going to argue with the Cleveland?
That's what I'm saying. You can't. And Rodon, who has been the, I'd say, sketchy pitcher in this matchup when it comes to why you wouldn't want to take it, he's been good.
I love Rodon. We had him the other day in the game that got rained out.
Yeah, I'm saying I have more faith in Plesac than Rodon, but Rodon's been good. So
yeah, he has. Yeah, they replaced Rodon with Dallas Keuchel, and I didn't care for that because Keuchel's been trash.
Mm-hmm.
He's been shite this year, Scott.
Yep.
All right, so is that your play?
Yeah, that's the one play that I'm looking at that just jumps off the page.
I don't think it may be 7.5, but the wind's blowing out. The wind's going to be blowing straight out the left, about 50 miles an hour. Could be 7.5 forward. Does that change you? You still a player at 4?
At 4, I think I still have to because worst case is if I like the under 4.5, then I'm looking at a push at 4.
Yeah, it ain't going to be lower than 4. No way. So, all right. So now it is my turn. I wonder if I should just fade Johnny Cueto again and get my ass kicked. That'd be great.
Well, I mean, I like the under in that game.
You know how he like turns his back to the play like Louis T on, kind of looks back towards center field. Yeah,
he might throw in a seizure or two in the middle of his windup.
I swear to God, he's winking at me, going, "Watch this," and then
really could be, but that's his thing. He's quirky, and he had a good career out of it.
Yeah, he won a World Series title.
That's one of the biggest surprises this season. Molly's actually been very good.
Molly has been good. I'm always a fan of Molly, however.
It is a day game though at Oracle. Of course, I feel better about unders at night, but you're looking at a game. Both teams, of course, scored a bunch of runs yesterday. I don't think that's going to happen twice. So I'd look at the under, but
okay.
Wait, so you mentioned fading Johnny Cueto. So does that mean you like Cueto in this game, or you just brought it up?
No, I just brought it up. I think my fade's going to be fading Brad Keller.
I don't blame you for that either.
I don't love Canning.
I thought about maybe an Angels team total over there. You get 9 at bats.
It's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. What's their total's going to be? So you're probably going to.
It's only minus 125, so it's probably going to be around 5.5, 4.5.
Oh yeah, well that's the question. It's going to be one of those two.
Probably 5 and 4.
Yeah. If you got a book that you can get even numbers, I mean you can get whole numbers, it'll be 5. But
I'm saying it's probably going to be 5.5, 4.5, just because of the actual. I don't want to say the book's tendencies to not give you even numbers.
Yeah, they don't like ties.
Yeah,
Griffin Canning has he's had a weird season, Scott.
We can't even say that he has good stuff. He's got decent stuff at best.
He gives up bombs.
Yep,
it's like this is a weird stat line for him. He's got a 6.75 ERA, a .75 WHIP. Man, that's giving up bombs, buddy. 4 bombs, 10 innings. Giving up 6 hits, 4 of them have been home runs.
So pick the Royals guy who goes deep. I'll guess Perez.
Perez got his 1,000th hit, by the way, night before last.
I'm gonna guess Perez hits a homer. I'll let you pick one.
I'm gonna go
because we know Canning's probably gonna give up at least 1.
I'll go Witt. Witt's been on fire.
Okay.
Witt's hitting about 400 so far. So
yeah,
I'm gonna. The Royals have a really bad habit of making like pitchers that are in a slump look really good.
Yep.
They can compete against anybody. You put up, you put up Kluber, you put up Chris Sale back in the day. They've got a shot. You put up guys like this struggling. You put up guys making their spot start out of the minor leagues. 7 innings of shutout ball.
That's why I'm just looking at the team total. I'll fade the guy with a 19.29 ERA.
Well, he's earned every bit of that too. He's just When was the last time you saw 4.29 whip, Scott?
It's a great question.
In a minute.
What's Bumgarner's this year?
It was 2-3 going into the last game. So
okay, so it's next level bad. I don't know, maybe one of those Chichi Gonzales years with Colorado a couple years ago.
How about this, Scott? He's pitched 5 innings so far this season, giving up 10 earned runs, 15 hits.
And now he gets to face Ohtani and Trout. What can possibly go wrong?
Ohtani's smoking the ball right now, by the way.
He's killing it.
Mashed the ball the other night.
So is Trout. I know Trout was terrible yesterday, but during the season, he's been great so far.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's – I think Trout still be okay for the Hall of Fame.
I saw he was about plus 250 to win the MVP. I think that's a joke.
You know, I can't – I've made a living this week fading bad pitchers. We were lucky enough. We took Miami yesterday, like I said, fading Max Fried, who I think is going on the IL now. So
something's not right with him. So it wouldn't surprise me.
No, he was shelled in that one as well. So I'm gonna fade Keller.
Well, one question just in general, since we're talking about bad pitchers, I know that this is a matchup between two pitchers who have been pretty mediocre at best in recent years, but not great. You have Fuller against McCullers tomorrow for Detroit versus Houston. How is Houston, a team that's lost 4 in a row, laying this big of a number? They're laying 240.
They not a fan of Fulmer, apparently.
I don't blame you for that. I don't think Fulmer's very good. I'm just saying 240. They've lost 4 in a row.
I know. Scott, do you remember 2 years ago when the Houston Astros lost as the biggest favorite in the last 30 years?
To Detroit, they lost 1-0, I believe.
Exactly right, buddy. Exactly right. We were on the right side of that. By the way, I had a play of the day on that.
I remember you did. It was like what was it, 3-1?
No, it was better than that. It was like plus 380. It was a monster because they were minus 420. I think we were getting 380 or 375. It was a good time. It really was. Having said that, I don't know that they repeat. I don't think they're 240.
I'm just throwing out the line there.
If you want to make a value play on this just because that line's too high, then yes.
It's pure value. It's not because I'm going to sell you on Fulmer.
No, I think Houston's probably closer to what, minus 180 in this game.
Yeah, 180 or 200 flat.
So you should be you're picking up. I don't know. I think you could be picking up 60 cents of value there.
You can even take the plus 1.5 if you think that Houston might be up by 1. They're not batting in the ninth.
Don't hate it. What do you got for the reverse run line there?
Let me check right now.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. No, I can get in a second. So Detroit on the reverse run line's around plus 107.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate either one of them. Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Phillies tomorrow?
Who we got going tomorrow for the old Philaroos, buddy?
Wheeler against Peterson.
Peterson. I've heard he's not good.
Well, what if I told you the money line's around minus 115? It's tempting. It's very, very tempting. I know Philly, of course, has been awful on the road, 1-4 on the road. But, Wheeler against the team he used to play for, and Peterson, who's been a disaster, 13-plus ERA.
He's no Brad Keller, sir.
Philly's bullpen been pretty good. At least it has been for the most part of the season. The Mets series hasn't gone that well, but first 5, worst-case scenario, I don't know how you don't fade Peterson here.
Pretty good. Yeah, Peterson is he's struggling, and I'm not sure that he's ever going to find the answer. He's been a 5th starter.
Yeah,
pretty much the whole way. And like you said, Zach Wheeler's been outstanding.
Yep.
Just absolutely outstanding. So
minus 115. That seems a little bit low to me.
Yeah, I'll take a first 5 spin there. I think that's solid. Don't have to worry about getting the bullpen involved. Although, like you said, Philly's bullpen has been decent, been better than the Mets.
Yep.
And they've been outstanding on the road, man. Under sub 1 whip. So
which is kind of weird because they have a sub 1 whip, but they're 1-4 on the road.
Yeah, and with an ERA of 4.82.
Yep.
Very bizarre. So, but having said that, it's an early season. I think it's a small sample size from trying to decide home or road splits. I'm much more interested in the pitcher that hasn't figured it out in either one of his starts. He's, like I said, he's been dreadful. He's gone 11 innings, 11 hits, 7 earned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing to love there. So
I agree.
Yep. I'll take Phillies. You know what? I'll trust that bullpen. Give me a Phillies full game. I don't care.
All right, cool.
Anything else?
No, pretty much it.
Okay.
I guess maybe if you wanted to make an argument for an over, you have the Mariners against the Orioles with Dunn against Harvey, but that involves two really bad offenses. But I feel like the over is a decent look there. But
Put up some runs today.
they did. I mean, they played 2 games, so they put up a lot of runs today. But
Okay.
yeah, for the matchups in general, there are a couple of games that I'm looking at the early slate. The Yankees played the Blue Jays at around 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Overs 10.5. I still like it.
85 degrees down there at the Toronto AAA facility.
You got Kluber against Stripling.
Balls are gonna fly.
I mean, Kluber and Stripling have been awful this year, so I gotta like the over in that spot.
Yeah, the balls are gonna fly, buddy.
Yep, that's awful.
I like that's a solid play.
And that's it.
Colorado worth a spin at plus 240.
After they got basically one hit yesterday, I don't want to.
Yeah, well, I know. John Gray's on the mound. Does that get you excited?
Not particularly. He was good in his first start against, I believe it was Arizona, but
He was.
Arizona's not very good. So the Dodgers are one of those teams that you can give me whatever price or on the underdog. I'm never going to feel good about taking the underdog. Like maybe if I can get a plus 2.5 for a run line of like minus 110, minus 120, maybe I'll go to the window. But I really can't. This Dodgers team is my pick to win the World Series. Like, I can't look at the rosters and justify. Besides, well, I hope John Gray's good for 5 innings. It's basically it.
Funny story, because he was good for 5 innings against the Dodgers. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 Ks.
How'd the game end?
Not well. Not well.
What was the score in that game?
They ended up losing 6-5.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You're going to lose the game because their bullpen's terrible. So this team really doesn't do anything well. But
how about first 5? Give me.
First 5 is how. If I was going to play Colorado, it would be first 5.
Give me plus a half run for I don't know, $140 plus 1.
Or if even you want the money line. If I was going to play Colorado, it would be the first 5 because this bullpen for Colorado, bottom 3 in the league.
You think so?
It's really bad.
Okay.
Look at their bullpen arms and just tell me who you actually have faith in.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Not many names.
No,
not many names.
They've been bad. They've 5.68 ERA, worse on the road, which go figure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. I'm if you want to take a spin there, yeah, I like first 5 a lot better. And there could be some value there because, like I said, John Gray's been very good. 2 starts this season. Very good. He was very good against the Dodgers.
And May's decent, but he's still young. He can get blown up every
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can break through against May. So. Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, that's going to do it. So, as always, if you're looking for more information on these games or any other games, make sure you stop by and check out winnersandwiners.com. We hope we've helped you out a little bit with some of your picks, giving you some of our thoughts. And full day of baseball. Got some day baseball. Should be a lot of fun. Wish you guys nothing but the best. Hope you hit every ticket. Hope every ticket in your pocket turns into cash money. Back at the window for myself, for Scott and Michelle, for all of us at Winners and Winers. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. And you know what? We'll just see you tomorrow on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.